In the 80s, it was an exciting time in music. It was amazing.
More hair, more clothes, tighter pants. That is what rock and roll is about.
This heavy metal music, is all of it bad?
To me, they're all satanic. I don't want anything to do with it.
More hair.
A new docuseries on Paramount Plus explores the 1980s hair metal phenomenon that thrilled millions of fans and continues to influence music today.
It's called Nothing But a Good Time, the uncensored story of 80s hair metal. And director Jeff Tremaine joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good to have you with us. Let me ask, that wasn't really my genre, but I think about Van Halen and Led Zeppelin, and they were playing hard rock, but the metal hair band seemed to be something different. What was that transition from the classic hard rock, talented musicians, and this sort of, it all just kind of seemed the same to me?
Yeah, when I started doing this, there's a lot of variety. If it starts with like Motley Crue and Quiet Riot on the Sunset Strip, and then it evolves into Poison and all those bands, and then Guns N' Roses sort of cleans up the back end of it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of variety in it, but Van Halen definitely was an influence in all of it.
But Larry, he made it sound like some of these bands weren't talented. Some of them outlasted and did have some great music, but they get painted with this weird makeup and hair, image, right? And
exactly. A lot of them are still going on as strong as ever. Like the crowds that they're drawing these days are huge. Motley Crue and Def Leppard and Poison just did a huge stadium tour that's selling out everywhere in football stadiums,
And I think we've had Dee Snider from Twisted Sister on our show many times. He's cashing checks from writing songs. A lot of good songwriters in these bands.
Yeah, the songs have lasted for 40 years now, and they're anthems now. So,
well, their most success is, strangely enough, came from ballads. Why do you think that is?
I think because girls like the ballads, so that had a bigger audience than just the dudes like the real hard rock and stuff. But I think ballads have a bigger appeal.
It is interesting. Some of this stuff doesn't hold up. Some of these songs, are very misogynistic. It was a blip in time. What do some of the people say about when you interviewed them, some of the singers from these bands, when they look back on what held up and what didn't?
I think everybody's got, everyone who survived it knows that it was an era that will never live again. And thank God there weren't cell phones and social media back then. But, I think a lot of them have a much more modern perspective today than they did back then.
And just to follow up on the point that Robin was making, were they as musically talented as your Van Halen and your Led Zeppelin? Because you had said that it sort of on the back end was Guns N' Roses, and they certainly were very, very talented musicians. But were the Vixens and the, I can't remember all the Viper and Whitesnake, were they considered by critics as talented?
I don't know if they're considered by critics as talented, but the fact is these songs have lasted as long as Van Halen, and they don't seem to be going away. I'd say the big bands of that era are super talented, but you don't last this long without talent. So,
what's one of the best nuggets you got? Any good? I'm sure there's plenty of great stories when you do interviews with Bret Michaels, all these guys. What's the best story you never heard after talking to some of these guys?
Well, he just passed away, but Jack Russell, the singer of Great White, tells this story about when he was a kid. He had just gotten into what became Great White as a band, but he was very into cocaine, and he would rob coke dealers. And then he got arrested. He ended up shooting somebody. It's an insane story that has nothing to do with the music, but does have to do with his insane mindset. So I don't know. I thought that was a crazy story.
Wow. And as much lasting power as you say the music has, it seemed like it did kind of go away completely in the 90s. And then Nirvana comes along. Is there some kind of connection there? Why did it go away? And did it have an influence on a sound like Nirvana?
Yeah, I think all scenes go away, right? This was it was a 10-year run of being on top of the scene. Something that always is next, right? The next thing is coming. And there was a big cultural shift, away from the 80s excess and, all the craziness of the 80s. So, yeah, Nirvana represented the 90s and the new mindset. So,
who's the most underrated band of that era, in your opinion?
Oh, man, that's a good question. I really like Wasp, which was
wow, that's a deep cut.
A crazy, yeah. They were just so outrageous to me. I love them. So that was one of my favorite discoveries in doing this, was that I enjoy that band a lot.
So when you were a kid, were you into the culture? Did you have the hair and the shirts and the bracelets and the?
I had crazy hair, but I was a little more of a punk rock kid in the 80s. So I am of the generation that was the fans of this as it was happening. But I didn't have the giant hair, no. But I did love hard rock back then.
Well, nothing but a good time. The uncensored story of 80s hair metal is streaming now on Paramount Plus. You can also follow Jeff at Gorilla Flicks on Instagram. Thanks, Jeff.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm going to go on YouTube and look up Wasp right now.